episode of Go Fish, and thank you again for tuning in. So this episode is going to be pretty much the same, but with a little bit of a twist. So going out today, I had this in my mind that this was going to be the last time that I was going to be able to get out on the kayak for the year. Just with everything going on, losing light. It's fall now, and then I wanted to do some duck hunting this year, maybe even some bow hunting. So it was really kind of the last chance to get out. Actually, I got really lucky. The day I chose to go out was 80 degrees 5 days before it, and the 5 days after it were 40, 45, 50 tops. So that was really nice to get out there in a t-shirt and some shorts, enjoy the water one last time before I put everything away. So I went out to the lake that I've had success on before. Got my biggest bass of the year, 5 pound, 4 3/4 pounds. So I figured I was gonna go out and just end the season with a bang, because I know this lake produces big fish. So wanted to hit this lake one more time. The only thing that was different is that I'd always fish this lake in the morning and never in the afternoon. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Kind of went out with the same tactics as before, using the main rig of Wacky Rig, Pro Tour baits, trick stick, and then I also had a chatterbait tied up that I was following up, as well as a swim bait. As to be expected on this lake, nothing else would work except for the Wacky Rig black trick sticks. So again, there's some lily pads left. They were dying pretty quick, but there's still some bass hold up in there. So actually started off pretty good. The first, it didn't take too long before I got the first fish in the boat, and I just kept working it. I stuck to the Wacky Rig all day. I probably should have tried to switch it up a little bit more, but like I said, my goal was to get fish in the boat, end the season on a high note. So, but on the other side of that, it was the last day of September, so I needed to get quite a few inches to cull. I had my 5 fish, but they're all small. I think the biggest one was like 14 3/4. I did have that actually 19-inch one, but I had the kicker fish. I just didn't have any of the other fish. So that was one of the reasons to go out. But like I said, the biggest thing was just to get out one last time and have a good time. And as a added bonus, if I got some bigger fish and moved up a couple places in the KBF state tournament, then that would have been fine too. But that wasn't the number one goal, I should say. So I think all in all in the day, I ended up with 8-9 fish, but I said no calls by any means. But I had a good time catching fish, and then that's all that really mattered. That was fun nonetheless. So I just kept hitting those lily pads, kept catching fish, having a blast. Just enjoying being out in the water, and that's really the whole point of everything. Then off to the west, all of a sudden saw these big thunder clouds start rolling in, and of course, one more cast. I kept going, as the impending storm was coming in, just because I was, I had to end the season off with a bang. I knew there was one big fish somewhere in this lake, and I had to catch it. So I kept going. Saw the light was fading, lightning was starting to come far in the distance. I throw the Wacky Rig for one last time, and bam, rod bends over. I was able to wrestle it in. Wasn't the biggest fish of the year, but it ended up being about a 17-incher, so 3.5 pounds. I mean, all in all, it was a great time out in the water. I said, caught plenty of fish, no giants, but better than a skunk any day of the week. So that was my mentality going in. Like I said, this was the last bass fishing from the kayak video that I was going to make this year. I was going to try to do some duck hunting and film that for you guys, and then transition over to ice fishing and go from there. So I was getting ready to wrap up everything, getting ready to put the poles away, take the kayak out back, put a tarp on it, and call it done. And then I got a message from a buddy talking about the KBF Challenge Series down in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And I had wrote that off a long time ago. I knew I wasn't even close. You know, I averaged probably fifth or fourth in every tournament that I fished. So, you know, I'll take my lashes my first year, you know, really competitively fishing, you know, chalk it up to experience and get ready for next year. But anyway, so my buddy messaged me and says that I made the cut for the Challenge Series championship. And, you know, that total 180 in my whole morale, you know, the way I carry myself. And it turns out, you know, if you had X amount of points from your the state monthly challenges, you're automatically entered into the championship, or you had a chance to fish it. So once I got that news, man, I mean, that was the whole goal, is to get to do one KBF live tournament. You know, the 3 trail series that I planned to do didn't work out like I thought. So this is kind of my last chance. So mid-October coming up here. Hopefully I'll be out on the Mississippi River catching some big old bass and maybe even placing, who knows, but that's down the road. I'm just happy that I'm able to get the chance, and I can't believe that I wrote it off and didn't read through the rules fully to understand that, hey, you know, you get X amount of points, you can go. So that's very exciting news. I don't have to put the kayak away yet. I'm getting pumped up. The tournament's actually about 2 weeks away from today. Getting ready for all that. Just like I said, really excited. My last breath fighting chance here for the 2019 season, and hopefully I can do well down there. So as always, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If it's something that you like, go ahead and hit that like button. That really does mean a lot to me and helps me out greatly. Also coming up here, my social media, go check me out on Instagram, Facebook, I even Snapchat. I'm not really on it that much, but check it out. And thank you again for watching. As always, I'm Tim. Get out there and go fishing. I'll see you next time.